Top of morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Luffy was Doomsday from DC. Of course. And sorry for if this video got up late, because of, I did not want to sound like a zombie, so that's why. And now, let's get into the what if. So, Luffy was born different. And from, So, Luffy ends up, so he used to be looks human enough. Yeah. When he was, he had self-regeneration and, self-healing factors, but he was mostly born with a power of evolution. Basically, not a devil fruit, but So, so let's begin. When, he hangs out with Fire Fist Ace and basically everybody from his village. And then when he got older, like this, the guy or somehow where is that? I'm trying to find that picture. The entire village of his exploded, and then killing thousands, including his brother, Fire Fist Ace. At the because it was before her, so Fire Fist Ace didn't get the flame frame fruit at all. So Luffy went, or actually everybody was dead except for Luffy. Luffy saw this and he was shocked. Because his friends, they all died. So he goes, and it was not buggy bomb, it was some other type of, it was the Marines that were, like, attacking, and there was no Vice Admiral, the lava guy or ice guy, or, like, there was none, but there was only just some Marines. Here. I'm trying to find that picture. Yeah, this one. There was, like, a lot of them that did that. Garp wasn't there, but he got reported by the Navy to blow up the entire thing. And Garp was like freaking out, like, you idiots, we supposed to not kill them. We were supposed to who save the citizens first, then they blow up the island. As Luffy was, or he set sail home, and he stumbled across a fruit because he already ate one, the gum gum fruit, or model Nika one. Hun. So then when he was so hungry, he ate the flame frame fruit. And normal person could be killed by ant because of, yeah. But Luffy, this is Luffy that we're talking about. Luffy didn't die. He ended up he gains the powers of flame frame fruit and the model Nika fruit thing fused together into one with his power because he was born with the power. The evolution, it keeps him from having the side effects like his body exploding with, yeah. So then, yeah. Basically, Luffy was. So, when I said everyone on that island died except for Luffy, yeah. White, or he died. So then everybody was. So it does like normal. Normal. Like he looks around for a crew. And he found Zoro. Oh. Set him free, and then yeah. He did. When I'll skip most of it because most of the parts is similar to the anime where he got found by the her and like not the name Kobe. He's like when he was younger and yeah, all that stuff. So yeah, basically, yeah. So Kobe ends up went with him. And yeah. Luffy he pulls the same tricks and yeah. So he goes in. Mm-hmm. As he meets Zoro, as he stretched his, yeah. So like he most of it I'm skipping because of, yeah. So so he assembles a crew of like Sanji, Zoro, Usopp, Nami, him, me. But the way that saving Nami the from the fish guy, I forget the one with the him. So Luffy, he ends up, instead of, as he's, when he arrived, Luffy, he could sense sadness inside, like, the Nami's face, because, yeah, as Luffy puts his straw hat on her, like he does in the anime, as he goes in, as he was like, his body really got angry as the Arlong hung, like, all right, something's in the air. I don't like it. Let's find where he's at, or find who's ever doing this. Or maybe he's coming right to you, as a voice comes out of nowhere. As he breaks the door down, as they see spikes all over his back. Yeah. The As Zuko, or as Luffy was angry, he went into his rage mode. As Sanji could sense, once Luffy, as he kills all the fishmen except for the squid guy. I forget his name. He has a name. This guy. Because Luffy, he had no time to deal with the small fries. As they're like, as he's wondering why didn't he kill the others, or why didn't he kill him? As the So then Arlong Hung walks up to Luffy, him, as Zuko grabs Arlong by the throat and lifts him up out of the air, as he's about to end. And if as Luffy says, you're working with the Marines, right? Yeah, I'm the one of the warlords things. But why? Hey, they're whoever's in the Marines are my enemies, because they destroyed my home. As he as he strangles Arlong and killed him right then and there. As, yeah, and when he calms down, he realizes what he has done. As he tears up, um, as he's as the windmill guy that has a windmill on top of his hat thing ends up telling him, is that stuff that you said true? Yes. Every word was true. Okay? He just I know that still want to be a pirate. No. So then, yeah. So then, Nami, he is now a free person instead of having to worry about the money thing. She only has to, or she joins Luffy. But everyone else doesn't actually know who his real name is. So they start calling him Doomsday. Straw Hat Doomsday. That seems like a good name. The only person that really knows who Straw Hat Doomsday is Garp. So, yeah, then time skip to because Luffy was pretty strong, like Hunley level. If any like Marines things even got close to him, then his body, or actually Chopper, or let's say Chopper could tell that the Luffy hasn't been like eating well because he's so like under a lot of stress. As Sanji could tell, as he says, well, the our captain seems like not himself. Yeah. As Nami says, yeah, he's been more like since after and he's been more like in pain, like he she doesn't know that as Usopp is like maybe having that much power in one man's body can really as as Chopper walks in, he with Zoro, who to check on him as yeah. So he ends up so he ends up being a thing. Or actually let's say Zoro was like agreeing with him and tell him that maybe with all that power he probably had something terrible went through his life to making him feel aggressive. So Chopper walks in to check on him, to see how he's doing. As Luffy's he is going through his anger issues as the whole village. He did take a picture of the entire village all at once. And as he, yeah. So then what else? Yeah. So then or actually, let's say a bouncy guy, he was like, oh, you're just too weird. He gets pummeled on laying. Yeah. As Zoro, and Luffy, no, Zoro and the Nami is trying to hold him back. Huh? As he's trying to be calm. So then, so skip against the Lightning Lord, or I'm skipping that arc and going right to the Marines base. We're actually at Water 7. The Garp was there, or went to there, not to like knock some love thing, but he walks up to Luffy. As he took off his, or actually Garp took off his like jacket. So yeah, he took off this coat thing to make sure to not trigger, as he tells the other Marines to take theirs off, until because he tells them that it brings up bad memories for him. As Garp was walking with a business suit thing, as Luffy looks up and he sees his grandpa. As he gets up, as Garp understands that how much pain Luffy is going through, as he hugs his own grandson. Those Marines, I know how you feel. So, yeah. Norm was just being, Garp. And he ends up getting like, it's been such a pain for her, like Garp, to see Luffy's in so much pain that he lost his friends, and because of a Marine's stupidity. As I know how you feel, Luffy. It's losing all your friends like that. I should have been there earlier. Yeah. But you are talking to a Marine. Plus, as he looks up, Because then he spoke. You're also my grandpa. I respect you as that. But if everyone else, oh, no, as as Garp sees like bones, like his own son's and like I'm trying to find that picture. His own son's is. Do you see these things growing out of his like coat thing? And yeah. So Garp, calm down, Luffy. You're just. I know that. Let's have some coffee or tea. As he drinks, but the higher ups, did you seen your bounty now? Sure. As he shows the bounty, as he wipes his eyes, and your bounty is infinite amount of. So, yeah. And as everybody was shocked when they saw his bounty went up through the roof, up to infinity. They literally put infinity on his wanted poster. Not Garp's, no, Luffy's wanted poster. Yeah. So then Garp agrees that you're her most wanted man, Luffy. As everybody's like, but your actual name is Monkey D. Luffy. But I don't know why those people call you Doomsday. That's probably your official title. The man that destroys everything. Yeah. So then, yeah. So then the snake girl, or I forget her name. Of course, after Garp left, yeah, the entire thing, like everybody's like, including Nico Robin, was surprised that his bounty went beyond the normal or normal way. So then they're like, man, you might have people coming right after you, Luffy. Yeah. So everybody knows that Luffy is more powerful than them. Of course, there's as let's say, or actually, Luffy used that similar move where I forgot its name. The he used that one-handed one, aimed right at the flag, and shot it and burnt it to the ground. And they were surprised. As they could not believe it. That someone has two Delforts. So then Luffy ends up being, Luffy. As he was walking, so angrily. Yeah. As, before. As they could not believe that they had, as Sanji agrees, that, so, during the dark thing, that whole arc where, if you haven't seen it, it's basically like out of the entire arc, Nami gets forced to get married to a creepy lion face guy. But it gets canceled and all that stuff. And then the seven warlords, I forget his name, the one that has the... Yeah, but in this alternate timeline... Yeah, but in this alternate timeline, Luffy, he got so, triggered, angry. As Zoro, Oro, ends up, could tell that he's about to do something crazy. So then, so that everybody let the ship thing, or got onto a ship before, and they were about to witness his full power when he gets super mad. So then he goes toe to toe with him, and Luffy wins. But instead of letting him live, Luffy killed him. Straight up murdered him. In cold blood. And the one fruit on the ship, on his ship thing, became like a dark fruit. As Luffy ate, or he was too angry with himself to not use it. So, but turns out, one of the other people survived. Actually, so so Fire Fist Ace and their friend, I forget his name. So, Sabo. So, Sabo and the Fire Fist Ace were working together. They were on the same ship. And, of course, Luffy did not know that they survived. But somehow that the yeah. So Zuko, who or no, so Luffy ends up Ling was kinda angry as the but at the same area where the yeah when that guy stops Luffy's attack. Well, Luffy or or actually in could sense and Luffy's is in so much pain that even because when he picked up a fruit, it was another Del fruit, dark fruit, or not dark fruit, the shadow fruit. And when he ate it, he gained a third power. You think having all three of those abilities are strong? Well, with evolution power that he has, he combines all three into one. And yeah. So he decides, he walks up, but instead of like using his paws thing that's on his hand, he kept his gloves on, pets Luffy on the head, and tells him that their suffering will end. So then, yeah. So then he goes to the beautiful place. I should. So Boa ends up or Luffy got to there, and of course he does, yeah, like he just trains things as he kind of has a little bit of a like he can talk to like girls, but his like he was so like deeply sorry, I'm trying to find that picture that's not okay. So yeah, and no, I don't usually use any of the pictures things. This one I'll use. So she falls in love with Luffy because she's the only one, or no, he's the only one that. So he talks good, and like he doesn't like because there was a battle, gonna be a battle between the Whitebeard and the Marines. And yeah, between and Luffy was in so much pain that even his anger could show. As he's like he's trying to like in this alternate timeline, Buggy didn't like get his butt thrown in prison or like the Yeah, and the sand guy, I forget his name, Crocodile. Yeah, because in this alternate timeline, he heard about the Luffy, and yeah, he goes to be there. Let's see how strong he really is. This so-called Luffy, or some, as Mr. 3 says, well, what I heard from everyone else, that Luffy is the most powerfulest person in the world. So, yeah, this will be fun. And then Mr. 1 joins the fight. So, yeah. So then basically Luffy was just, of course, Garp knew that he was about to arrive, as they're like trying to hold on to their seats. As probably your grandson will show up. Yeah. But I hope that they covered his eyes. What do you mean? As he looks at him all, like, showing his. You will know why. So then the Whitebeard shows up and they had this big fight. But then when Luffy came, like what they predicted, Luffy got triggered by seeing, not by a crocodile, but by Marines. Marines. Wearing that flag. When, as he says, oh boy. As they're like ready for it. As Luffy's eyes became like the burning sun. As he needs to control himself. As he goes in, or he lost control, and many Marine soldiers died. Some of them got torn to pieces. He says, brutally, he slaughtered them all. Home. And, of course, then the admirals of the, like, ice, fire, or no, magma, ice, magma, and light did, like, they were sent to on the battlefield. There it is. And, yeah. And because Luffy was, because his power is so, like, as he goes in, he grabs ice, picks him up, and about to choke him to death. And then the light one shows up as he gets knocked away. As they tried so hard to keep him. As then Magma says, "Man, you must be Luffy. I heard so much about you. How your rage can't be controlled by your own BAM!" As Luffy comes in with a haymaker right through the Admiral's head, faster than the magma. Yeah. All three admirals were dead. All three of them got killed. As in order to stop Luffy from he needed to calm down. As then the 7 warlords, or actually 6 warlords, shows up, and 5 of them were about to go in to kill Luffy. I meant to say Luffy, but Zuko came out. So Luffy, but all 5 of them got killed, except for Boa. As Boa, he gets reminded of who he is. Yeah. So, yeah. And so Boa came in, but not to attack, but approaches Luffy slowly to make sure he doesn't get angry or doesn't get triggered by anger. But Luffy, he looks over as Boa tells him that I know that when the guy, I forget his name, this guy ends up he knows that, as he says, Luffy is the biological son of the dragon, and yeah, he did that monologue thing. As he also walks up slow and tells Luffy that he knows that whatever it did to your land where your friends got killed, just know that they will be beside you. And yeah, because you killed so many of our men, it's time for me to take this more serious. As he becomes a golden Buddha, and he ends up, instead of, he tried to do that slam move thing, but Luffy grabs him his fist and broke his entire knuckles as he says, as he knocks out him all the way through. As he, yeah, as they're like wondering why this kid is so powerful. As even Whitebeard was surprised of that. And but then hold on, as he can't believe that this kid is on a whole nother level. Then Blackbeard shows up about to kill the Whitebeard. But Luffy could sense it as before he even did anything. Luffy came out of nowhere, grabs Blackbeard, and strangled him to death. As his entire crew, the Blackbeard's crew, they all go home to try to rescue their captain, but he slaughtered them. One by one, two by two. Yeah. So then he, Luffy was as Boa ends up, after he calms down, Moa walks up to him slowly, but not super fast, but slowly hugs him. And this is what his face looks like too when he saw Marines. And so then 2 years have passed, and pirate era won, or pirates are won against the Marines, and now everyone knew that Luffy is the most dangerous one out of everyone. So then, as everyone, and if he comes in to a store or fast food place, he ends up getting recognized right then and there. But instead of freaking out, they just stay calm and did take off their marine outfit things, and he ends up or they serve him food thing. So then Luffy, please wait for part 2. You like this part 1, so peace out.